There is a war inside you da. It doesn't roar like thunder or scream across the skies. It's quieter da. It whispers when someone cuts you off in traffic da. It flickers when a friend lets you down da. It pulses when a stranger insults you. But it's not the world that starts this war da. It's you da. More precisely, it's how you choose to respond. Imagine standing in the middle of a crowded city street da. People rushing past you. Some bump into you without a word da. Someone yells, someone else sneers da. And in that moment, your chest tightens da. That spark, you know it well. Anger. Frustration. That desire to strike back. But here's the truth no one teaches us: anger is not something given to you da. It's something you grow. A seed planted by your own expectations da. Watered by your ego da. Fed by illusions like, they should respect me. They shouldn't talk to me like that. They owe me better. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, said it best. A great man is one who does not allow his neighbor's wickedness to make him wicked. Let that sink in. You do not get angry because people are cruel da. You get angry because you expected them to be kind. You suffer not because they lied, but because you believed they owed you honesty. The world will not change for you da. People will disappoint, insult, betray da. But they cannot break you. Unless you let them in. No one holds the keys to your peace da. Unless you hand them over. Strength isn't found in a raised voice or a clenched fist da. It's in the man who doesn't flinch when the world shouts at him da. It's in the woman who smiles at storms because she has weathered worse within. This is the beginning of your training da. Not to become cold, but to become unshakable. You're not here to silence the world. You're here to master your response to it. Let's be honest, most of our frustration doesn't come from what people do da. It comes from what we expected them to do. You expected your friend to have your back da. They didn't da. You expected honesty from someone who lied da. You expected loyalty from someone who vanished when things got hard. And when reality didn't match your vision, it hurt. But here's the Stoic secret: the less you expect, the more free you become. Imagine walking through life with an open hand instead of a closed fist da. No demands. No assumptions da. You begin to see people for what they are: flawed, unpredictable, human da. Just like you. Epictetus, another Stoic master, warned. When someone irritates you, it is not their actions that disturb you, but your own judgment of them. In other words, it's not the event, it's your story about the event. You can rewrite that story. The man who cuts you off in traffic? He's not attacking you. He's just late da. The coworker who gossips about you? She's not your enemy. She's insecure da. The friend who broke your trust? Not a villain. Just a mirror showing you how fragile trust always was. Now imagine this. You wake up tomorrow and expect nothing from anyone da. You simply observe da. Every kindness becomes a surprise da. Every betrayal becomes a lesson. You stop being shocked, hurt, or outraged da. You start becoming untouchable. When you demand less of others, you reclaim power over yourself da. It's like unloading a heavy backpack after years of carrying it da. You finally feel light again. Not because the world changed da, but because your expectations did. There's a moment, right before the anger hits da. A flicker da. A tiny gap between the trigger and your response. That moment is everything. Most people miss it da. They feel the insult, the disrespect, the injustice, and they react da. Fast. Loud. Blind. But the Stoic? He pauses da. He sees the wave coming, and lets it pass. You are not your anger da. You are not your thoughts da. You are the one watching them rise and fall, like clouds in a windy sky. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who ruled an empire yet trained his mind like a monk, wrote, "You don't have to turn this into something. It doesn't have to upset you." Read that again. You don't have to turn anything into pain da. You don't have to carry it da. You don't have to respond. It's like standing in the middle of a firestorm and realizing, none of this touches me, unless I let it. When someone tries to provoke you, don't jump into the flames da. Observe it da. Name it. That's anger. That's fear. That's my ego flaring up. And then, let it drift away. The goal isn't to be emotionless da. It's to be emotionally disciplined da. To be so self-aware, so grounded, that even chaos looks at you, and steps aside. Because when you stop being dragged by your reactions, you start leading your own life. Picture this. You're walking through a marketplace da. A man shouts at you, mocks you, throws his words like stones da. You stop. You look at him, da. And then? You smile, da. You walk on, untouched. Why? Because his words didn't touch you, da. They revealed him, not you. Socrates once responded to a direct insult by saying, "You clearly know me better than I know myself." And then he walked away. No anger. No fight. Just clarity. See, insults are not knives, da. They're mirrors. If someone calls you arrogant, and you know you've worked to remain humble, why get upset? If someone says you're weak, but you've stood firm in silence, in struggle, why argue? Their words reflect their own fears, their own projections, da. Not your truth. Here's the Stoic power move: don't defend, da. Don't correct, da. Don't even flinch. If it's true, learn from it, da. If it's false, ignore it. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." In the same way, it's not the man who is insulted who's weak, it's the one who needs to retaliate to feel strong. When you stop needing to prove yourself, you become undeniable. Insults lose their power the moment you stop receiving them, da. You don't need armor when you stop giving people swords. Let them talk, da. Let them judge, da. Let them shout. And you? You walk on, with calm in your chest and clarity in your soul. Now, we reach the summit, da. This isn't about anger anymore, da. This is about identity, da. About who you choose to become when the world tries to provoke you. Because chaos will come, da. It always does. People will misunderstand you, da. They'll test your patience, da. They'll insult, ignore, betray. But your response? That's your kingdom, da. Your fortress. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, yet reminded himself daily. You have power over your mind, not outside events. That's the essence. You don't have to match chaos with chaos, da. You don't have to scream when screamed at, da. You don't have to respond to every jab, every poke, every storm. Choose peace, not just when it's easy, but especially when every bone in your body begs for war. That's when real strength is forged, da. Not when you dominate others, but when you master yourself. There's a fire in your chest, yes, da. But you are the water. Not to extinguish life, but to balance it, da. To know when to rise, and when to remain still. Because you're not here to be liked, da. You're not here to win arguments, da. You're here to become unshakable. No storm controls you, da. No insult defines you, da. No chaos bends you. Let others live in reaction, da. Let them flail and rage. You move like a mountain, da. You speak like thunder only when necessary, da. You act with intention, or not at all. And in that stillness, in that quiet power, you become the one they cannot provoke. Because the goal was never to fight anger, da. It was to rise above it, da. To become the calm others seek, but cannot imitate.